Now we are going to log in with a user that we used to test that have several accounts, so we can see the different things that we can do with accounts. The system recognizes the devices based on device fingerprint and some cookies that we sent. So here you can see that we have several we have several users because this is the device that we used to test. So we are going to log in with this user. The idea of this recognition is that the login is super easy for non-technical users. If it doesn't recognize it, it has like different security confirmations. So we are here uploading our accounts. We have several accounts. We have here accounts in our currency, in Wupo's currency. We have in euros as a stable coin. We have fraction of stocks. We have here Tesla, and we have two tailored tokens from IMS, that is one of our clients, and from M3, that is a potential client that we are negotiating. So what we're going to do first, we are going to use this account of the account of IMS. Because it's a tailored token, they can define specific things that the client can pay with. So here we have the payment of internet. They are an internet company, and also the installation of fiber. So we are going to pay for internet. It's super easy. Okay, now it's done. And there is the sound of the email that we receive when we pay with a tailored token. They can also select like that they don't want to pay these two things, so they can insert none of them, select none of them, and do a transfer to another thing. So we are going to do a transfer to the recently created account reg test that we created in the previous step. So let's transfer 25,000 IMS. This client defined that the token is going to be indexed to Colombian pesos, and it's the same for our currency, so we can do it that way. Now we are going to find the new account that I think is reg test, yes, this one. And we are going to select the asset of the account, of the final account, of the destination account. And here it does the conversion, as I told you, the 1-to-1. So then we insert next. And super, the payment it's done now. What we're going to do is open another. Here we're going to open the reg test account. And now we have the 25,000 Wupos. Things that they can do is to ask for a credit. So they put here credit, and now we are in the credit functionality. All this is configurable by the admin user or profile that we're going to see in a couple of minutes. So here, this person can have like this type of loans. Maybe we're going to select this one. We only have these two options, but as I told you, we are going to see how this is super easy to configure in the user interface. So maybe this is what they want, and they accept. And now this is the details of that credit. You see it's only one payment. That's also configurable. So now here are the documents, the formal documents. For example, I don't know if this is going to see well, but this is the documents, like the formal documents, and if the person accepts. Great, it says that the disbursement is already done, and here is the amount that they debt and the conditions. And here in this option, the person can pay with a minimum payment, the total payment, or other payment. For example, if they're going to use other payment, they can pay something like 10,000, and they can select like a bank's, like one of their accounts. They use something here in Colombia that is called PSE, or they can use their account. All the accounts that I have, in this case, this person only have one account. So they selected it, and the payment is now done. So now this is the new amount. Here the person can see what have been paid. And here if we go again to our accounts, well, we have the new amount. It is only, if you see, it's super different, the disbursed amount to the asked amount, and it's because the conditions of the credit. We changed the data of the loan so that it enters in default. And now we have a default loan, the view of a default loan. As you can see, we have a default that is mora en español, in Spanish, of 27 days. So when the loan enters in default, the system have the option to redefer that loan, and is this blue button. So let's see how it is done. The first thing is that the client has to pay a fixed amount, so they can redefer it, and this fixed amount is can be configured with the admin profile. So in this moment it's 50%. So let's do it. Let's pay that value. Okay, great. So now you can see that we can go to the we can go now to the feature of redeferred. Here is the amount and okay, the characteristics. You can select different installments, amount of installments. This is also can be configured. And let's say we chose this one. This is the details of that new loan, the documents, and now you have a successful deferred, and the documents are electronically signed in the email. Now we are with the admin user, and we are seeing here all the options that they have. Let's go to admin, and we have the three options: to query the database, to configure the products, and reports, KPI reports. So let's see the configuration and the KPIs. So the most easy thing to see is the credits. So here we have all the different parameters that can be configured instantly for the credits. This is our early stage. In a following stage, we want to be more graphic about this part. But okay, if you can remember, we had these characteristics in the credits, and we're going to change it. For example, here we have 15 days, and let's change it for 30 days. The maximum period and the minimum to 10. We can say that we will move the slider in 10 by 10. The maximum amount that was in 300,000 pesos, let's move it to maybe a million. And the minimum to 100,000. And move the slider in intervals of 1,100. Let's include not only one payment, but maybe 3 payments, for example. And let's leave the other ones. We can see it like graphically, that are the interest rates and the different costs that the loan has. So let's do it. Okay, it is done. Now let's go to the other account. Let's go again, log in again. Let's go to the credits. And as you can see, everything was changed. It's that easy. Now let's see the reports, the KPI reports. Here we go. And here we have the loans, a couple of graphics of how the loans have the behavior of the loans, the portfolio, some default analysis. For example, we have here 2 loans with more than 7 days of default. We have six credits that have been referred. So, and let's see these ones. Okay, so here we can see the loans to maybe conduct some further analysis. To finish, let's see the 2 remaining profiles that we have, the root and the operator. Let's start with the root. We have here a test root. So what the root can do? She can create accounts, modify accounts, and if the company has like API skills, they can produce the API credentials. Finally, the operator is meant to only consult or see specific client's information. So let's see it. Here they can see the different clients' information. For example, if they want to see this one, there's our test user. Here they can see all the credits.